Hey, what is going on, everybody? Today is Friday, which means we have another episode of Blogs with Boilon Friday. That being said, it is a pretty boring one. There is a few things to talk about, however. Although, if you want something more exciting to talk about, I would go back and watch my videos this past week of my leaks, if you haven't already, which would be all of the new characters that are coming around the corner. We're going to be talking about some of the stuff here today, but we're also going to be talking about this new poll that's showing, yes, these are all the other characters that are coming, right? And I just added to the versus picks the new rework, or sorry, the poll for the new reworks that we're going to be choosing for the Thunderbolts. We're going to be talking about this and a little bit of the blog. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. All right, so let's start here, and you can find the link on the main website on msf.gg. You can find the fan voting player poll here, and basically you're going to be voting for daily. You're going to be voting for your pick of the Thunderbolts team's reworks. Now, just to reiterate, we are going to be getting Victoria Hand, who we voted on previously from down below here, right? Victoria Hand won at 58%. And then we're going to be getting Hyperion and Songbird as the new characters for them. And then we're voting for top 2 of 6 for the rework characters. And I'll tell you who I'm personally voting for. You can only vote one per day, but I'm going to be alternating my vote a little bit and also be using my alt account to do that as well. But I am going to be voting for Ghost and Yelena. And I'll talk to you more about why. But it does seem that unfortunately Taskmaster's in the lead, which, I know that I think a lot of people are voting more with the character that they have the highest. And if we look at my roster, Taskmaster is the highest. So I think a lot of people just are doing that so they don't have to invest as much into those characters, which is fair. But as far as the kits go, I think Ghost and Yelena are going to be the better characters. Can we take the 6% from US Agent and give it to someone else? I don't know who's voting for US Agent. He's dead garbage in the game, and because even outside of raids when he was with Rebirth, it was just awful. He was like one of the most awful characters on here. And even if I had to compare US Agent and Winter Soldier, clearly Winter Soldier had at least that one punch mechanic, right, which was really strong and could be in the new era stats. He's in the third right now. We'll see how this ends up changing. So that's going to be the upcoming vote that you can do there. I want to talk about the kits briefly before we get into the blog. It's not super long anyways. But Yelena's passive. This is why I think this could be really interesting with the reworks, because she does lower, if I had it upgraded properly, she does lower the crit chance of all enemies by 100%, because it's 25% per skill military ally. Very likely this will be transferable to the Thunderbolts. And then she also blocks assist chance as well, lowers the chance to assist by 25%. So she's basically negating crit and assist chance within the full team. And so this could be very powerful in that Thunderbolts rework, because there's a lot of assisting for a lot of characters going on. And so she could be another one of those characters that do that. She also steals buffs and gives it to the team, which is pretty cool, like team wide, which I really like. The other thing I want to talk about is the other character I want to talk about is Ghost. Now, Ghost was a very mainstay from like Dark Dimension time all the way up to like I think Dark Dimension 5. I guess that's 5, right? The tier 15, which is why I have her that high. She was part of that Pimtech team, which was supposed to be a global Dark Dimension team, but it really fizzled out, and it really just came down to Ghost. And Ghost has this thing where she has a 100% chance to counterattack, and she has a really high dodge chance, and then when she dodges, she heals herself. And so with new era stats, I know this is going to be super irritating, but I still want to see it anyways. And she would be a very strong Dark Dimension character. Now, how much of this Dark Dimension text comes outside of Dark Dimension if she gets that rework would be very interesting, because she has this thing where on any enemy's turn, apply offense down to that enemy. It's a bit of a yo-yo mechanic for like people who have been playing this for a long time, but essentially at the start of the turn, the enemy will get offense down. And if this is taken out of Dark Dimension, this would be very strong as well, and kind of bring her back in, like that kind of mechanic back into the meta. So Ghost has a really good kit. She also does like percent-based damage AoE, and does I think 15%. That maybe doesn't need to be bumped. 15% is still quite a bit, especially with new era stats and things like that, and prolongs all negative effects by 1. So she has a really, really strong kit in general. The other things is, I guess, Red Guardian is a spawn taunter. My only issue with that is that Red Guardian, he doesn't have like he'd have to have like safeguard at this point, immunity. He has spawn defense up, I think, and that's really about it. So he would need a lot more, I think, in that regard. US Agent's trash. Taskmaster has a lot of assisting as well, and he's still a very good character. But I hope that I think we're gonna end up someone he's gonna win. He's gonna win probably just because and I haven't built up pretty high too, but I don't want that to be a precondition as to why people vote for reworks is just because they have them high. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe things will change, but I think that at least one of the two is gonna be Taskmaster. Taskmaster has a crap ton of assisting. Also, just a great mercenary in general. Lots of different callouts. My thoughts about this Thunderbolts team, though, is that it's going to be the next skill raid team. It's slated for about May, and yes, I understand that not all these characters are skill, but like they did with Spider Society, I think it's going to be very easy for them to just slap a skill tag onto a dual skill tag onto the characters that are not skill. And honestly, it actually makes more sense to me on Thunderbolts than it does on Spider Society. Yes, I understand we're getting Hyperion and Songbird, and maybe that doesn't make a lot of sense, but I still think that makes more sense than Spider Society turning them all into skill. A lot of these characters right here on the reworks, you could very easily justify skill in here, based on what they do, right? And half of them are skill already. So we'll see what ends up happening. Those are just my predictions right now. This is not a Boilon guarantee that I'm saying it's the skill raid team. That's just what I personally think. But let's talk about the blog. It was pretty boring, honestly. There's not a whole lot of things to talk about beyond that. We're going to have more things to talk about over the weekend, I think, which might be a little bit more exciting. So let's just start things off here with December 9th. That's going to be on Monday, and we're going to have a strike pass featuring Blade. If you've been paying attention to my Discord server and my data mines, you'd already known some of this. 4 Calling Birds is the next main meta event, and it is going to contain some shards for Blade and Oath. My thoughts are, I wonder if the 3 event, because they're kind of counting down. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So I guess the 3 event, which is going to be on the 16th of December, I think could be the Kahori free-to-play event. Now, don't quote me on this one yet. We'll see the data mines early on next week, I think. But there we go. And then we have Miss Marvel Classic. Obviously, they're just rolling this out like every week. The 12th is Thursday. So do keep that in mind, which means that Medusa will probably be the following week after, somewhere like the 19th or the 20th, which is before probably going to be their last blog for 2 weeks for the holidays. So keep that in mind as well. Moving on, we have this new event called the What If Winterland. This is going to be similar to what we had in the summer for like the Deadpool summer event that happened. So this is going to be on December the 12th, which is going to be next Thursday. So go dashing through the multiverse, a prequel event to the holidays. Join Kahori and Captain Carter. What If Season 3 is coming around the corner as well. For a special event and a prize from the mysterious figure, the Watcher. Commander of all levels are welcome to join. No requirements. So that's for the 3 chapters. So I think it's going to be a 3-week long event, just like the summer where we had the anniversary event, where we had a couple of weeks of a campaign with energy that you would just farm stuff. That's kind of what I expect. It also says there's going to be Path to Kahori, Orb Fragments, and Snow Globes available. So that's not too bad there. Going to be some free stuff, right? That's essentially what it is. We already talked about the web poll. We don't really need to talk about that anymore. The 4 Calling Birds. This got updated, so if you were paying attention to my Discord, it was originally Battle in Battle World. Now it's been changed to Battle in Cosmic Crucible. The Absolute A-Force Showcase Energy is still the same. And then there's going to be this premium offer orb, which is going to get you the Green Goblin Classic skin. The Wraths, Envy. I don't remember which one it was, but anyways, you know that. You've probably seen it, so that's what it's there. And the rewards are nothing super special, other than there's going to be additional Blade and Oath shards if you need that. Now, some of the stuff. This is the web milestone actually, and what I really don't like, and I'm getting a little bit more, my voice just changed. What I really don't like about this is the web milestone, which is still requiring 600,000 points. Now, if I zoom out a bit, no, I can't zoom out. If I go into full screen mode here, then you can see that it's only snow globes. They're asking us to spend 600,000 snow globes and not a combination of turkeys and snow globes. So that is a lot. We've been amped up from 300,000 to 600,000. This 353 probably isn't that much different than 300, but going all the way up to 600,000, in my opinion, is a little bit of an issue. Now, I might try. I don't know if I'm going to try and do that. I'll be honest. I don't know. And the reason why I say this is because 600,000 is a lot, and I don't want to spend my gold on those snow globes. I have mentioned this in the videos before, that I believe that this is a trap. I believe that a level cap is around the corner, and maybe you don't need all that gold. But I'm not sitting after I maxed out Kahori. I'm actually not sitting on a shit ton of gold, and I don't want to spend 3 million gold every single day to then hopefully be able to clear the 600,000 is a lot. Like I would have to buy this. I would have to spend a lot of gold to. I guess I have 140,000 now, so I'm lucky, right? And then no, the turkeys don't count. So I would have to buy a lot of snow globes to be able to clear this. And for this amount, this is pointless. This is pointless because you get this stuff already from the snow globes, from buying snow globes. So it's really this 4,000 points here for the 4 Calling Birds milestone and finishing on the Moondragon Ultimate Awaken ability, because I feel like if you don't get this, they're not going to be on the next week's event. So there's a lot of wrong with this actually, and why I have issues with this. I don't know if they'll change this due to outrage. Maybe some of the envoys might actually agree with me, and they might try to get this changed down to 300,000 or scale it back. 600,000, absolutely fucking wild, in my opinion. So let's move on. Anyways, so the main scoring methods for this event, which is going to be for battling in Cosmic Crucible, spending I was going to say astral energy. The absolute energy is going to be 10-1 for that, which is good. It's a good number. And then battling in Cosmic Crucible for 2,000 points. That's going to be that you need to do 36. So that's 18 attacks, right? So it's just 6 attacks each on the Cosmic Crucible. But we're not getting to the math here in this video. We are going to be doing that on Sunday, so do catch that if you want to know exactly what you're going to need to do and how much energy you're going to spend. I still can't get over the web milestone. I'll be honest. We got to go back up. I can't get over the 600,000 snow globes that they're asking us to spend, because unless they're giving us significantly more for free, which they're not, I don't think they are. I don't want to spend this much gold with so much around the corner. There's actually, I'm gonna have a video this weekend. Maybe it might be on the Sunday as well. We'll see, about why you're gonna need more gold, and it's not gonna be for these snow globes. So I caution people about buying too many snow globes and wasting your gold, because I think that there's going to be some trouble around the bend. And I'll have more to talk about that in the near future. So that's going to be, I think that's it. It wasn't a very long blog. It was pretty garbage. But we have about 2 weeks left, I suppose, on the blogs before they go away for their extended holidays, I think. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. How much have, I want to know, actually, before we go, how much have you guys been spending on the snow globes? Personally, I actually have not bought a single one yet on my main account. Am I going to lose out on the web milestone a bit? Maybe. I might try to get that 356k. Fuck the Moondragon Ultimate. I don't know if I care that much, to be honest, because I think the passive has more value than the Ultimate. Astral kind of sucks in more anyways. So I might just completely skip it. I'll be honest. I don't want to spend that much gold. That's going to be the end of this video, everyone. Have a great weekend. There's going to be some videos over the weekend, of course. And until next time, stay safe and healthy. I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.